Welcome back, everybody. Drew's not ready.
I am ready.
I think it's like the one in however many episodes we've done where I've kind of been like, well, he doesn't have his microphone in front of him.
Check. You've set it up correctly. The lights are working. The audio is working.
I know how to set up the room.
We've had dilemmas in the past. So
yeah, well, I forgot one or two things, but that's fine.
Seems to be working, which is great. Now all we need to do is record a sub-interesting episode for 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
Well, I was trying to find stuff to kind of be able to talk about this week because obviously, you know, sometimes we have like a really, really busy week and we have a lot going on like last week where we like saw Blink and did a whole bunch of...
If you haven't listened, then go back to last week's episode.
Yeah, where we talk about it. And we have heaps to talk about. And then sometimes it's just kind of like stuff that we've consumed or absorbed or stuff that's happening in the news and everything. And it's been a very kind of quiet news week because on Australia, there's not a lot that kind of... In Australia, when it comes to like big events and stuff, obviously the media kind of sucky. So all throughout this week, it's just been about Taylor Swift going to like Taronga Zoo and all that kind of stuff, just like following her around and what she's doing. I was looking for some
articles before and all the articles are revolving around Taylor Swift and her jet usage and the penthouse that she's staying in Sydney. Mm-hmm. I don't really want to talk about that, to be honest.
That's fair. I got like one Taylor Swift article, but that's more about like how businesses are kind of capitalizing on her being here and trying to like...
Of course.
Yeah, get a little bit more money and stuff. Like as we've... Trying not to talk about it too much. I think we've talked about her a little bit too much. We've talked in the past just about how when she travels and does her world tour, she brings a lot of economy dollars and all that kind of stuff. Well, because people fly down, like for Melbourne, when we talked about last week, it was 99,000 people. Insane. So, yeah, she respects the hustle, but...
You respect the hustle, do you?
Yeah, I respect the hustle, but no T-Swift, convos today.
KK-free episode, guys. Lucky you. What have we got today?
Tying off in the music thing, this is going to be a bit one, which I thought was like super interesting. Have you heard the viral song from Beyonce at the moment? It was on the radio this morning.
She's like number one country artist or something.
I know. Yeah, Beyonce of all people. I mean, there's awesome for her. She's like the first black female country music number one Billboard artist and stuff. But obviously there's going to be uproar and everything. But I think just super interesting for someone who's pop,
it's just an album or a song or an album?
It's got one song, but I have a feeling that she's in a folk era at the moment and she's going to go like have a whole folk album.
Or she's just capitalizing on country's kind of hot right now.
Yeah, well, like country's like one of the biggest growing genres. Like you have, was it Lil Nas that did the song with
Lil Nas X?
Yes, yeah.
Country Road?
Yeah, because that one kind of popped.
Billy Ray Cyrus?
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
It kind of popped, only every 6-year-old on the planet was singing it.
I know.
It's ridiculously popular, that song.
And then obviously TikTok are on it, like Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So if they can get like people dancing about it and get people just like getting excited about it, it'd be like, you know what, I don't like country music. And then they obviously play the song and be like, you know what, I really like country music.
Right, so she's the gateway.
Yes.
Into country.
Everyone always says, oh, I like a bit of rap, I like a bit of like, rock and stuff, but I really hate country. Like it's always one of those quite diverse sort of genres, but now you have someone who's like crossing that bridge and being like, you know what, actually, it's not that bad.
Have you listened to the song?
I have, yeah.
And what's your take on it?
It's catchy, super, super catchy. We can't play it because we're not monetized anyway, but do you want to play a little like 10-second clip?
I think I want to play a little bit. What's the song called?
This Ain't Texas, I think. Hold 'em Down Texas? Something Texas.
I think it's called Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em, Beyonce.
All right, I'll cut this out. It's pretty catchy. Is she just riding on the Taylor Swift uprise? Because she started in country.
Potentially, but like this is Beyonce, right? Like Beyonce is like the queen, like the OG.
She's coming to stake her claim.
Maybe. It's just saying like, I can do this or whatever. Or she could generally be in her folk era or her and her partner, right? He's someone that people may know.
You don't even know what his name is? Partner? Maybe one of the biggest moguls ever.
I know it's Jay-Z. It's just funny. They're like huge music lovers and music fans and stuff. So it would make sense they would probably have some like country in their playlist. So who's to say that she can't be like, you know what? I want to make a folk album.
I'm not sitting here saying she can't do it. She's an artist. She's allowed to express herself however she wants. She's done so many R&B bangers over the last 20 odd years or whatever it's been. She's allowed to do whatever she wants. She can go make a punk album for all I care.
Yeah. That'd be sick. I've actually able to do something. Maybe.
It's classic Beyonce vocals. It's literally just the acoustic guitar.
Yes, it's the rhythm. Like it's even if you listen to some of the lyrics, it's still she's like beach. Like it's like it's still gonna have that kind of hip hop connotation.
Says what?
Beach.
So she's channeling a bit of Lizzo as well. You think?
Maybe. But yeah, it's just like the the catchy guitars and the drums and the whoo.
The song amassed an astounding 19 million streams in the first 4 days.
That's heaps. It's heaps.
Very cool. So are you saying you want to go to a hoedown sometime soon?
Maybe.
Perhaps?
That'll be fun. I mean, we do come across like some good like Western clothing every now and then.
You want to get some boot, scoot and boogie?
Boot, scoot and boobies and pearl snap flannel. You know, maybe a cool kind of, I don't know, tartan vest or something.
All I'm picturing is that, what's that song, 5, 6, 7, 8?
My boot scooting baby is driving me crazy. My obsession for
country
a
or is that pop?
A dance for a day.
5,
My
6,
Romeo,
7,
my
8.
Romeo, we're gonna head to toe. Make you know we're getting
The song
like
is
5,
called
6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8 by Steps.
Oh, that's right. So many groups back then. Yeah, I just thought it'd be like just an interesting, or just it doesn't matter. And as like creators or whatever it is, like you don't have to stick to like your lane or your box or your genre or whatever it is. Like if you want to do something, go out and do it.
Do you reckon she's going to lose fans by doing this?
No, I don't think so.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Like she has like
Only
hardcore fans.
Because she's established herself.
Queen Bee.
Yeah, but it's not like it's her second album and her first one was a smash hit and then she immediately pivoted. She's going to come back and do hip hop and R&B stuff. It's ran its course in this current era of her creative career essentially. So she's established herself, has so much of a foundation and social proof for her as a crazy artist. Now she's like, oh yeah, I'll mix it up a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, you'd get bored creatively. Thank you.
Far out. Drink some more of that coffee. Magic mind, get back to us, please.
I know. You'd get bored because you're doing the same thing, or you just might not have that spark anymore. So it's like, and we've talked about again, like a whole bunch of like how to spark creativity, how to like get out of your comfort zone and things like that. So it just could be a way to like get back to like where she was in a way, just trying something completely different outside the comfort zone.
Could you pull off this cowboy outfit?
Maybe.
Also the white cowboy hat.
Well, the blonde hair and stuff is like, remember the NPC thing with like the blonde
doll,
hair? Yeah.
Miss Pink Baby Doll.
Yeah, something like that. But it's just the ice cream yum yum thing.
Speaking of TikTok, I seen this interesting article just before. TikTok superstar ABC.
Star ABC. Oh, interesting.
So I've been doing a couple of TikTok lives. I've seen certain features, but I wasn't sure what they are exactly or how they work. So I've seen this earlier and it kind of explains it all a bit more. How people are becoming essentially millionaires going live on TikTok. So this article is from the abc.net.au. TikTok superstar economy, how live streaming is turning social media into a game played for money. So obviously with that NPC genre on TikTok, it's about giving gifts, and you give a gift and you get a reaction from the creator, whether it's some sort of animation or sound or motion, and they just repeat that for hours at a time. Obviously that can be quite overwhelming and draining, not to mention you don't get to be yourself at all as a creator. You're just sitting there doing motions and noises at the whim of your audience, which is kind of denigrating in a way, I suppose.
Well, you're letting them control you rather than you controlling, like they're controlling the narrative rather than you controlling the narrative.
So this is, that's
a non-article, full episode.
There was a better article here.
That's probably because it's a
this one here, 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Inside TikTok's money machine. So this is, have you got an ad blocker on or something?
No, it's just taking a while to load.
Poor internet. So it's basically saying this is a creator that goes live on TikTok, events by her virtual gifts. If you're just listening, you can see the video version on YouTube and Spotify. And then, her users give her gifts, but she's not doing it in the NPC fashion. She's just doing it as like a hangout live stream talking to the people. Kind of just like a Twitch stream almost.
I was about to say, yeah.
People give her gifts, which is all cool. At times, she has upwards of 400 people watching her. Some users are feeling addicted to the live format's rabbit hole, with one Australian revealing how he spent more than $300,000 gifting streamers in a single month.
The actual dollars?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, who has that kind of money just to give away?
Rich, lonely guys. That's the guys that are paying for OnlyFans and paying for used underwear. These are the guys.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know them. I don't know if you know them. Hopefully not. I don't know them. But they're either super sad, lonely, or they have enough assets and investments that they can kind of do whatever they want at this point. Or they're just not the most clued in type of people going around. Less than a year after doing her first live stream, Holly is now one of Australia's top earning streamers on TikTok. But the biggest winner is TikTok itself, with it pocketing more than half of the money changing hands. So she goes live, talks to her community, answers questions and things like that. And then she invites other creators on to come live. And I've seen this before, but I didn't know what it was or how it worked.
Yeah.
So it's called a battle. So essentially going live, and then another person that's currently live can request to battle you.
Right.
And basically what you're doing, you can imagine like Street Fighter, right? Like one person's winning, whatever.
Yeah.
Holly competes against another streamer whose fans spend the most gifts in 5 minutes.
Oh my God, that's a way to make money.
I know. So the gifts look like little icons or emojis.
Yep.
Each one is a microtransaction. So the way it works is each pair have each other on mute throughout the battle. This lets them speak directly to their supporters and encourage them to give more. So it's side by side. Both of the users' audience are in the same chat.
Yes.
One of them is on mute, while the other one's basically saying, give me gifts. What can I do to get gifts?
Yeah.
And the person that's on mute is trying to like do actions and stuff because they're on mute. They can't really say much to counter their point. They're just trying to be interesting visually.
Gotcha.
To limit how much gifts the person that isn't on mute is getting.
Gotcha.
And it goes back and forth. And then at the end, the total's revealed and then one person gets cashed out.
Oh,
so
interesting.
You're just battling for attention.
So you're battling for attention and money. So wait, do they have to both be live at the same time and they kind of join?
They request to go against each other, yeah.
Okay, yeah, interesting.
As the clock counts down to 0, the tension ratchets up. The scoreboard is hidden, so the fans have no idea if their spending is propelling Holly to win. So if you're a fan of the girl on the left,
yes,
and she's live and the one on the right's already been live, you're like, I'm just going to keep giving to make sure my favorite person wins.
Yes.
But that person might already have 10 times the amount of money stacked up already because it's all hidden.
Yeah, you can't tell. Like she won by like heaps.
So it could have just, there's no limit to how much money these people can make. Obviously, it's a limit of how many people are in the actual stream.
Was that dollars or just points?
These are, I'll explain it here, little icons and stuff that equate to certain dollar amounts. At the final whistle, all is revealed. Holly has lost by a mile, despite her fans collectively spending hundreds of dollars.
Wow.
Although there's 100 people watching, the bulk of the money came from a select few. So just probably like mid-level stalker kind of guys.
Yeah. Interesting.
After the battle, she thanks her supporters, and then she just does that over and over again with a dozen other streamers. And it's just basic. You know how you can play like poker and you can like just... You play your hand, you win the hand, and then people start folding and falling out of the game. It's you just cleaning house the whole time.
Right, yeah. And
or if you're playing
you win every time.
Like checkers or something, you know what I mean?
And hoping you win.
Or playing like dice in the streets if you're a rapper or something.
So just say if you probably won't know, but I'm saying just say if your person lost, you don't have to donate that. Sorry, I'm yawning.
It probably would get refunded, I'd suppose.
Okay, interesting. Imagine if they don't take the money straight away and at the end of the month you get like a final bill and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. But that's what they're saying. So TikTok's getting half of the money because it has all these elements where it's just not forcing, but encouraging people to spend a lot. And by hiding the current amount, you're like, oh, I may as well put another $10 in just in case.
Yeah. That's so sneaky.
It's so sneaky.
I know. And the fact that TikTok gets so much, I understand why a lot of creators then drop over to YouTube because it's a little bit more transparent with like the money and stuff. But that's crazy.
So it's gamified. It's completely.
Yeah. Well, if you make it a game, people are going to be more invested.
So it can pit people off depending on what genre it is. There could just be a really attractive girl that's willing to like, act sexy for 5 minutes. This guy's a DJ trying to like get interest. So he's got his skill is like playing music or something. Good
music and stuff. Yeah.
It's kind of insane. And that just breaks down a bit further. People that are heaps addicted to it and, have gone through a breakup or a divorce and have nowhere to turn and end up just getting addicted, spending a ton of money on there. I mean, it's horrible to hear, but there's got to be a bit of accountability there for the people that are on there all day and spending money. That's kind of on you to a degree as well.
Well, that verse thing, that's essentially gambling. People are gambling for the winner.
But there's no upside.
No.
The person that's giving money, the gambling is...
They're not winning anything. It's just the person that's on the screen.
That's just straight donations.
Fair enough. But it's like they've made it as if you're gambling in a way.
It's gamified.
Because you still get that high of like winning, like because your person won. You just don't get anything in return.
Or what do you get at the end? A shout out for giving $100.
Yeah, like a couple like validation
the person
points.
Ends the live stream and then they forget about you anyway. Wild times.
Yeah.
And then it breaks down here how so the user pays real money through the website. It gives them in-game currency and coins, and the coins are converted into gifts and icons. So a rose is worth $1.85 cents. And then it gets kind of transacted into a different currency, and then it gets cashed out on the other end to the streamer.
Gotcha. So you could be just like gifting roses, but that's really like a cent or whatever. So, but like by the end of the month, after watching all these streamers, you like would have spent a whole bunch of money because you can't really see it racking up.
Well, you put in money up front, and you just might have 1,000 roses to spend. But because it's turning it from dollars into something that you can't really calculate. Obviously you can, but people, as soon as the dollar sign is gone and it's in a different currency that you're not 100% familiar in, I'm sure most people don't know it's 1.85 cents per rose. They just see it as a rose.
Points. Yeah. So it's like...
Let me give 30 roses. And you're like, wait, how much is a rose again?
Yes. Well, it'd be like... whether it's, Fortnite and V-Bucks or whatever it is, like it's the whole in-app purchases type scenario, right? So like you just keep topping up your wallet, not really realizing how much you're actually putting into your app or like dollars into your app kind of thing because you're just like so like into it in a way.
So this is the top 30 streamers. Approximately 80% of money spent on gifts was spent during battle. So I've seen this battle thing before, but I didn't know how it worked. And I'm glad no one's trying to battle me because I got one person that shows up. So the top streamer made 50K from battles and then like an extra 10K on top just during the stream. So people can still gift roses and things during the stream outside of the battle
and stuff.
But you can see for the majority of them, 50 to probably 80% of the income via TikTok is through the battle mode.
Yeah.
So should we battle? Should we do a live stream battle?
Maybe.
We need 1,000 followers first.
Probably to be able to donate some sort of money, unless you're someone who's like on the same path. But again, like if you lose, like what do you lose? If you lose, you just don't get anything.
All right. So what else has been going on this week?
Well, we have been watching... Now I think about Avatar, yes, which is like a arrow like straight through like not my childhood. Like I watched the original cartoon series.
An arrow through your heart.
Yeah, just like
it's got an arrow on his head. Are you trying to make like an arrow joke?
Actually, no, but that actually kind of makes sense. But it's more of like it just like straight in the feels, right? Because like I watched it in I think my early 20s, and it was one of those like cartoon series that was. Like lots of adults loved it as well because it was very kind of just very emotional and like it was just really well written and the storyline was really good. Oh, you haven't got it up yet. That's fine. Preemptively. And then kind of watching it because they made a live action movie a couple of years ago, which was, look, to be honest, I didn't mind it, but a lot of people hated it because it was kind of, I think like they called it whitewashed. They didn't have a lot of, because it's like an Asian-based show or whatever. It was mainly like a lot of like white people.
I only remember the one actor, the Indian guy from Slumdog Millionaire.
Right.
He's technically Asian to a degree.
I guess so, yeah. But I think one of the main dudes, sucker, was the Twilight guy.
Henry, what's his name? Taylor Lautner?
No, he's the werewolf dude. No, this is the other one that was like one of the vampire
Robert Pattinson.
brothers. No. One of the other brothers.
The one that no one cares or remembers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that was dating Alice.
So someone 3 minutes into the credit roll at the end, no one cares about. Okay.
And I think the main actress, I don't even know, but anyway, but with the cartoon, I think the casting is a little bit better.
The cartoon?
No, not with the cartoon.
What casting?
I think the new TV show casting is a lot better and a lot closer to the cartoon.
Yeah, I'm aware of the show. I don't know the whole... I haven't watched all of it. I've probably watched a handful of episodes in passing somehow. And like I like the concept of like abandonment, losing everything, trying to find your place in the world, dealing with kind of like those Spider-Man vibes of trying to deal with your newfound responsibility, all that sort of stuff. I enjoy that side of things. So I don't know the entire story of the way the arc pans out, but I'm aware of the situation the main character Aang finds himself in.
Yeah, it's very much like with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, and I remember the characters and stuff, and they look so identical to the actual people cast in a live action show. It's actually kind of wild how similar it really is. And you're saying they spent a while finding the right cast.
I think so. I think from memory, I mean, I could be wrong and I'm wrong a lot of the times, but I'm pretty sure I remember reading something. They spent ages casting because they got it when they did the live action movie, they got roasted for like terrible casting. So they wanted to make sure they did it really, really well to get it like super close and stuff. So yeah, I think if you bring up an article, for those that are just listening, you can switch over to Spotify or YouTube.
I've already plugged that once this episode.
It's just a reminder,
I don't think anyone listens on Spotify, to be frank. I think majority of people are on either Apple or
YouTube. That's fair. But this article, I'm just assuming, is just kind of detailing why. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. So that's...
Oh, we're going to just show the comparisons. I suppose
might
it
as
makes
well.
sense.
So you got Aang, very young kid. Like the arrows is always like super hectic and stuff anyway on their heads as an airbender.
The arrows is super hectic.
Yeah, because, well, I guess for him it glows up and everything because he's the avatar, but normally they wouldn't, so.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Katara, pretty good, pretty close. Sokka was pretty, that
Very
was like.
close.
Yeah, with like the chiseled jaw and everything as well.
The man bun.
And the man bun. Can't forget the man bun. Zuko, So.
Which is a bald-headed Asian dude. So, like...
I guess so.
They are very close, though. But, I mean, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah. Iroh, the uncle. Who's that guy from?
Fire Lord Ozai, the actor.
Yeah. What's he in? Lost in Hawaii Five-0. Okay.
Is he in Lost?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Some of the main ones.
Okay.
Then they just take an image of the flying bison.
If the CGI wasn't on point, then you know that something's going wrong.
The little Momo.
Okay, we get the idea there. They've done a great job. But what are you thinking of I enjoyed the show so far.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
good.
probably going to be so many people on Twitter complaining because of the discrepancies and the inaccuracies compared to the kids' cartoon show. But if it was scene for scene, line for line, then it'd take away the joy of watching something new.
Exactly, yeah. And I think it's just because the original cartoon is just so ingrained in people's kind of memories and, you know, it kind of just teaches you. It's one of those things where it just teaches you about humanity and, you know, being kind to each other and always trying to look for the best in each other and all that kind of thing. So it's just, I know, people have like such a warm place in their heart for it that anytime someone does something different that's kind of outside of its box or whatever it is, then there's always going to be some sort of dissatisfaction with it. But I like it. Pretty good so far. The special effects are pretty decent as well. Yeah, because it's always going to be hard to show, you know, air bending or just like making water bending realistic. Fire's pretty easy because they've been doing that in cinema for ages.
That's what I was thinking when they're manipulating
the elements.
Obviously 99% of it is done in the post-edit, in the post-production with special effects and stuff, but you still have to have some sort of elements happening on real-time captured on camera to look like that. And just they have to slow down the actual frames a little bit. I don't know if they slow down the actual frames, but they have to slow down the motions to a degree where you can actually see what's happening when the Earth's coming up.
Well, each bending, I think from memory, is actually after a particular like martial art as well. Like the air bending, they take it after Tai Chi. With the different kind of bendings, they kind of like some of the moves are actually like actual proper martial artist moves as well. TV Airbender show Netflix.
So are we going to finish it? Is this going to be one of the shows we actually finish?
We are so bad at this. There's so many shows that we're like 2 or 3 episodes in and why don't we ever go back to them? Do we just forget they exist?
Yeah, we just don't have time. We used to watch things when we go to bed. You just read. I'm not even going to say what kind of novels you read because they're
sometimes
let's say they're unsavory.
Not always.
Sometimes
they're just like supernatural or whatever it is.
Sarah doesn't want to watch shows with me in bed anymore. She'll read some. Are they erotic? I don't even know.
No.
Don't get embarrassed.
No, I'm not. There's some that maybe are just like a kind of got romance and stuff.
One paragraph is a little sexual.
Sometimes, yeah, it depends. There's like different degrees of it, I guess.
Okay, so you read those, and I usually have to hunt for something on my own.
No, the main reason is because like you fall asleep in literally 7 minutes.
That's why I probably should watch YouTube then. Those videos are 7 minutes.
Yeah, because you fall asleep so quickly, and then because the thing is, if there's like a cool TV show, I'll get stuck watching it, and then I'll get
watching it.
No, because
such a burden.
No, because I want to keep watching it, and then it's super late. But like with reading, I get tired and fall asleep. So
so I just pick a 60-minute documentary and then spend 14 days watching it.
Yes, yeah. Pretty much is how it goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Usually fall asleep within like literally 7 minutes.
So that's the reason why we don't finish things, because you've chosen not to watch things. We have a scheduled date night, and I usually fall asleep. We don't get through anywhere near enough things, and then by the time the next week rolls around, we're hunting for something new to watch and forget that we're only 18% of the way through a previous season.
Well, you know what? Because I'll make sure I have a dedicated reading time and watch things before bed. I'll watch it with you.
I'll just
keep watching your creepy
watch
documentaries.
My stalker. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of. There's actually 3 or 4 Netflix documentaries about stalkers that are out.
I've been into the true crime a little bit, so let me switch it over. My bad.
The only thing that new things they've added, all we get is foreign films, foreign TV shows, and then once in a while they'll do a stalker documentary.
Well, I was like heaps into like true crime podcasts for ages, and there was that Aussie dude that you just hate, the the super like ochre kind of like true crime dude.
The detective guy.
Not the detective guy, but like the podcast is called Fairly True Crime. Yeah.
The accent's too close to home. If it sounds like the guy at the service station could be narrating it, I'm not into it.
No.
I want to live a little bit further from home.
Gotcha.
Like I listened to one, someone in the Discord mentioned there's this one I listened to called The Boy in the Water. Like horrible story, but it's in New Zealand, so it's got the New Zealand accent, so that I can tolerate.
Yeah. What's it about?
It's not particularly like a nice story, but I smashed it out in probably 2 hours. There's like 9 episodes. They're all like between like 30 and 40 minutes each, but it's one of the ones where the first 3 minutes is kind of just the intro and setting up with the story. So you can skip to like the 5-minute mark, play it on 1.5 times playback speed, and you can pretty much crunch a 40-minute episode into 15, 20 minutes.
Hack everybody. That's a life hack.
It's a time hack. This 3-year-old boy like ran away from his mum and then
3-year-old run away? So young.
Like just playing games.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And then like her and her friend were like looking for him, and then long story short, he's found dead like 1.5 kilometers away in they call it a sewage pond. What do they call it?
Like a septic pond type thing.
Kind of, but it's really shallow. They find him dead, obviously.
Yes,
unfortunately. And it's like 30 centimeters deep. But the thing is, to get out there, you have to climb like a wooden fence. You have to like go through like shrubs of needles and of like crazy, like you're gonna.
So essentially, like pretty much impossible for a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Unless he was like dropped out there, and they found his body. There was no scratches on him or anything. And then it's really the whole series is about his dad trying to find answers, because then the cops kind of, they don't hide stuff, but they don't do an investigation whatsoever. They kind of just say it's a drowning up front, and then every time there's like a lead, they don't really follow through with it and take it seriously.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and the dad and the mum are like separated, but kind of trying to get together and stuff like that. But it's really about the dad trying to like get answers to the point where they have to bring in this
like private
like an ex-investigator, like lawyer type person that's huge internationally. Does like college courses and stuff in some of the most prestigious places in America.
Gotcha.
She's done like thousands of cases, and to the point where she's like so financially set, she does everything pro bono for free for like really like
hectic
insane cases where like justice is not being served at all. And it's about, there's no answers to the end of the season. Basically, it's heartbreaking.
Spoiler alert, yeah.
But that happened like I think like 10 years ago, 8 years ago.
Right. Yeah, that'll be like super heartbreaking if you just can't get any answers. But
this is this tiny little town in New Zealand.
Oh, just like found in a little lake.
Like just like found on the edge of this little creek thing.
Right. Okay.
But to get out there, it's not
easy.
Not easy at all. Yeah, I don't really like the true crime ones. That was recommended in the Discord, and I thought I'd listen to it. It's a good listen in terms of like it's compelling, and you're asking what the hell is going on the whole time. And there's so many of those ones, especially on Netflix, where it's just either the cops are covering something up intentionally, or they're just horrible at their jobs, not following through on leads and stuff. There's a couple of other ones I watched were about like love triangles and stalkers killing and stuff like that.
Burning houses down.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. I think it was called Lover Stalker Killer. That was it. Yeah. But when there's kids involved, I'm not a fan. So that's what I've been watching. You've been reading about love and romance and people hooking up, and I've been hearing about stalkers.
No, I've been reading about witches and demons and stuff.
Going to stalk.
Paranormal is my jam.
Sometimes you've been watching the paranormal. Fantasy. I've been watching the paranoying. Is paranoying a word? Like paranoia? Paranoying?
Not
because paranoia is kind of paranoying.
Is it?
It can be paranoid. If you're paranoid all the time, it's kind of paranoying.
I think like if you say paranoying, that is more of like the paranormal annoying you all the time. Stop paranoying me, and it's like ghosts being like, "Well, I guess I'll leave you alone then."
It's like Casper's cousin, like, "Oh, all right, I'll go somewhere else.
I'll go haunt someone else then."
That's something I haven't seen in a while. Casper,
the friendly ghost. So it's his hashtag. Yeah, that's Casper the friendly ghost. He's friendly, not annoying. His uncles are annoying.
That was a fucking good movie.
Yeah, with Christina Ricci, 100%.
I think it's just Kristen Ricci, isn't it?
It's Christina, isn't it? It's Christina Ricci.
And then they did the follow-up one, the Wendy. What was the Wendy one?
I don't know.
Casper.
Is that with Hilary Duff? Was the Wendy one?
No, I don't think so.
No, it has to be. I think it's Hilary Duff.
It's your other favourite, Hilary Duff.
That's what I just said, Hilary Duff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I was not listening.
I said, isn't it with Hilary Duff?
All I heard was Lindsay Lohan for some reason.
No, she's Freaky Friday. No, I said Hilary Duff, and you're like, no, it's your other friend, Hilary Duff.
I was not paying attention to you at all.
Typical. Don't listen to me half the time. That's fine. But Wendy,
Being honest,
wearing some sort of smock, so that's fine.
it's like Home Alone. Oh, Home Alone 2's alright. Home Alone 3 ain't good.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Home Alone when they did the new kid.
Mm-hmm. Wendy's the witch. She's the little witch.
Home Alone 4. Yeah, once I went to Home Alone 4, game over.
What's Home Alone 4?
It's the new kid.
Oh, right. No, I remember that, yeah.
And then like new baddies.
What was Home Alone 3? That wasn't Macaulay Culkin, was it? That was a different kid, right? Yeah, different kid.
Oh my God. Yeah, it is, yeah. See, sequels work to a degree. Yeah, add in a whole new cast, not going to work.
No, see, I remember that. I remember the 3, but I don't remember number 4.
And this was straight to DVD.
Of course it was. Not surprised. Made for television. There you go.
Not even DVD was like not even going to use the production line at all. We're just going to put it straight on.
Straight midday movie. I used to love Disney midday movies anyway. Some of them are pretty boss. They're pretty good.
Well, it's by Fox, so... Oh, it says... Oh, no. You're right. Okay, you're right again. I think we're due for a good new Home Alone, though.
Well, wouldn't it be like... The classic one would be like Macaulay Culkin's kids or something.
You have to be the dad.
You'd have to be the dad, yes.
Yeah, that would fucking get people in. Because if it was just a whole... That's the way they capture you with these new sequels.
Mm-hmm.
I know they did with like the 70s show, the new reboot. They had the kids in the originals be the parents.
Yes.
That's where it kind of works. Wasn't necessarily a good show. I suppose it would be called it's called the 90s show because the parents would be older. Yeah. Otherwise... Doesn't make sense.
No.
That's the way to get you in because they just rebrand it with a whole new cast and kind of the same story. There's no attachment to the previous generation that loved the thing. If they could do that for sure, and I reckon that'd be if they had a good cast with like the new kids and new family and then a good writers, that would be a new Christmas staple to rival Elf.
Well, could you imagine? Because like in the original Home Alone, they have like a family like night event with like the pizzas and stuff, and they all fly out to like France or whatever it is the next day. You can have Kieran Culkin in there because he plays the cousin.
Big as well, yeah.
Well, no, because one of his brothers plays a cousin. I can't remember if it's Kieran that plays the cousin.
His
but
brother
does.
In real life, though.
Yeah, I know, but like but the same characters.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could fucking
so
work.
The dad,
Why haven't they pitched that? Unless they're just like, I'm done. The face.
100% he would be. I don't think Macaulay Culkin really acts anymore. Can you just bring up his IMDb real quick? I'm just curious because none of his brothers obviously in Succession.
I don't know why you like IMDb. I like Wikipedia more for that stuff.
I'll just bring out Wikipedia then since you're already there.
That's what everyone does. I go to IMDb. Wikipedia it's cleaner.
It's because it's called the Internet Movie Database. That's what it means.
Yeah, but you got to go through more junk. I like just the white and black. Look. Simple.
I don't know, maybe because IMDb has cool like movie trivia in there and spoofs and stuff.
Yeah, that's called distractions.
Right,
I don't like them.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay. How many kids are named Macaulay?
Not many.
No, what's his name? Macaulay Culkin, right?
No, I think it's Macaulay Culkin.
Hey, we're getting...
Just search up original Home Alone.
I'm just going to search Culkin.
Michael Culkin. No.
Wait, I'm getting very confused here. Where's Magic Mike when we need them?
Macaulay?
Michael McCulkin? No, it's not Michael.
No, Macaulay. Macau. M-A.
Is it Macaulay McCulkin?
No, there
is this.
Macaulay. M-A-C-A.
Macaulay.
Yes. You're not listening to me. There you go. All right.
Macaulay.
So, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay.
Are there any other known Macaulays?
Yeah.
In the world.
It's probably some sort of Irish lane.
So yeah, you're probably right, yeah.
Oh, Scottish, but yeah, it's Macaulay.
Okay, so yeah, IMDb, Wikipedia.
Yes. Let's see if he's in any...
Isn't he a DJ or something?
Maybe. Won lots of awards.
Okay, well...
Does he have... Oh, there you go. Bibliography.
Filmography.
Yeah.
2019, 2015, 2011. So he's done 2 movies in the last decade.
Yeah, it's probably just only in it for like 5 seconds.
A little bit of TV, a little bit.
Voice acting.
I think that would be a banger of a movie.
Well, I forgot he was in the Nutcracker.
What's the Nutcracker?
It's a ballet, but they made it for a movie. Plays the prince. You have not seen the Nutcracker?
Looks boring.
It's a ballet. I used to like it because I used to dance.
All right. Richie Rich, classic.
Yes, that's a good one. 100%.
You know what's better than Richie Rich?
What?
Blank Check.
Was he in that? No, someone else was in that.
Have you seen it though? Do I have to explain it to you?
No.
I think it's a blank check and just like builds a theme park in his backyard.
There was another good one. I don't think it was him. Was it him with who played Becca? Was his like dad? Oh, I don't think it was him. Can't remember. He was like his dad and his mum was getting remarried or something. You know the actor that plays Becca?
No. What, the show Becca?
Yeah.
We're
getting super sidetracked.
I want to establish the cast here for Home Alone 5.
Yeah, Home Alone. Ted Danson, that's his name. Pretty sure he's in a movie with Macaulay Culkin.
Well, they're from the same era.
Yes. So it'd be the 90s. Dad? Made in America.
Getting even with dad. There
Yeah. Oh, he was in that. Okay. Why did that come up?
Mad thumbnail. He's just got a thumb up.
Yeah.
Timmy Gleason is an estranged son of ex-con Ray Gleason and has been living with his aunt Kitty and her fiance Wayne since the death of her mother some years earlier. Yeah, I'm not reading all that.
Mm-hmm.
Looks lame.
Yeah.
Let's add a few more actors into the mix for Home Alone 5.
Okay. All right. So obviously you got Macaulay Culkin.
When the thumb signal means change.
Sorry, I thought you were doing like one Macaulay Culkin.
It has to be a Stranger Things kid, but because they're like a teenager and they're like one of the main kids, not the Home Alone kid himself.
No, that would have to be probably a new actor or something like that. That hasn't been in it before. Like, who's going to play the bully brother?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Wolfgang dude, the tall, skinny, black-haired dude from
Stranger Things and Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. They're like, the bully kind of older brother or something?
Yeah, like a gamer brother. It's like a bully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, I don't know any kid actors. No. That's the problem. Yeah. Okay, the casting crew could do that. Let's just get a few more notable names on the board.
Because the mum that was in...
she's still old enough to... like she
can be the grandma.
She should be around because she's still acting.
Yeah, so she can be in the grandma. She can still be in it.
Because he would have to have married someone, and so it's a new female as the mum has to come in.
Yes. Or what about the...
Hilary Duff.
She could be the mum?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That would work.
I mean, I'm just doing a throwback, but...
Yeah. Why not? Hilary Duff. But who's going to play like the protagonist? Who's going to play like the bad dudes? Or should we do...
that's the best question.
Should we do like 2024 version be one bad guy, one bad gal?
Oh, that's right.
Like a husband-wife duo or something?
You know, there's another podcast that does this called The Green Light Boys. A guy I went to school with called Angus. He works for Triple J. They literally have a show that does this.
What, they just think up plots and...
People like suggest plots and then they just pick actors for roles. So I'm kind of stealing their thunder here.
Unintentionally.
I think they still do the show.
Maybe.
The burglars.
Yeah, the burglars. He's going to play the people that try to break in over Christmas time while everybody's away on holidays in their very rich, fancy area. I can't think of a single person.
I watch so much stuff.
Or like... Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah?
One of them has to be dude from Star Wars. New guy, big nose. He was in the dinosaur movie.
Yes.
Adam Driver.
Yeah.
100%.
He'll be pretty funny bad guy.
He'd be a funny bad guy.
All right.
Who else and then he's like tall, black hair. You need someone that's like the short guy.
Okay, the short guy. What about Timothy Chalamet?
Too young.
All right. I was going to say, you go to IMDb and you kind of have a look at the most recent movies.
Use your brain. Adam Driver for sure. I can see him with the gloves on.
Okay.
Because you can see him doing like kind of slapsticky stuff. Mm-hmm. What are you looking around at?
I'm trying to find inspo.
We got books here. We're smart people.
Yeah. Who would be He wants to get in the acting.
We're going to wrap this up here.
Okay. All right. What about like Drake or someone?
She goes with Drake.
The other bad dude.
You could not pay him enough money to be in Home Alone 5. That would discredit his entire
catalog. What about
catalog.
Jack Harlow?
What did he come with rappers for?
I don't know, because he's been in the White Man Can't Jump movie recently. He's done his like acting.
A lot.
Oh, actually, what about a stand-up comedian then, as the other bad dude?
No, that's a pretty low bar for them.
Hey, there's
for
some
Home Alone,
decent...
hey, stop touring nationwide and jump on Home Alone 5.
Yeah. Like what we asked Bert Kreischer to do Home Alone.
Has to be someone. Has to be kind of not a sleazeball, but they can play that sleazeball character.
I don't know.
What about like Zach Galifianakis?
Ooh.
I mean, he's a comedian, I suppose, but he's not like a...
Or like Jack Black or someone?
Yeah, Jack Black's too obvious though. I guess Zach... Okay, I mean, am I just going to make all the names out here?
Well, you didn't like my rapper names.
All right, well, I'm going to be the casting agent. You can be the actual...
I'll interview.
You can secure the talent. I'll just come up with the ideas.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. We'll see you with our new production company.
Bye.
Bye.